Welcome back to my channel, the Olympus Sky. This time we got something different for you. We got an image here from Spirit, and I'm using Midnight Planets at the moment. It's such a nice site where you can find all the images. For example, we go here to Curiosity latest images here. Click on any one here. You go down here, you got image source, and redirect you directly to NASA and. Yeah, it has some of the older images as well, and I really like just browsing it. I mean, look at this, and the whole structure here of browsing is just absolutely amazing. There are a couple of apps here. It's not available on Android, which which is a bummer. But anyway, so we're gonna do this one, Spirit Soul 825. Now, what is so interesting about this image? You're wondering. Oh, sorry, not on that one. Let's just go here and jump into Photoshop. And so the first thing you might notice is this thing here. Kind of a triangular block with something in the middle here. Excuse me. Now this thing here looks very interesting. Has a very interesting shape here. Now hold on a moment. We'll just get into the enhanced version here. Just giving you a quick preview here. This thing, now remember, this thing looks really out of place. And when I zoom in into it, it looks like it has been photoshopped, at least this black area here. And there's literally not one pixel here. There's literally nothing there. And that's quite, you know, the usual thing when you're looking at the older rovers. And maybe that's the way they were manipulating, but I must say that I do find a lot more anomalies in the old images, and especially since Curiosity was like drilling the whole time, and they weren't releasing basically anything, just making pictures of a hole. Now that's not so interesting, of course. After that, I really noticed that there are a lot less anomalies. Like there have been some changes in it. It seems to me. So I decided, you know what, let's go more often back to the older rovers, and of course, due to the experience I got from doing this for YouTube and everything, things have changed. I've gotten better. All my friends there have gotten better as well. And you know what, if you find something out or just want to give a tip to each other, we just do that. And you know, I really love those two guys, Mars Anomalies and Mars Mask. Definitely check those two out. Those are my teammates, my friends, I should rather say. But let's jump into this. So it's definitely an interesting image. I have no idea what title I should use for my video, because eventually this will become like really generic. Even I only have like 64 videos and 30 like. Well, I didn't have this microphone, so the quality is of course different. Now the thing here is, Triangle Heaven, maybe or maybe not. But eventually I'll just start having, gotta use like generic titles. I think I'm forced, like Spirit Soul, whatever. And this is what I basically found in the called anomalies. So it's kind of a struggle, you know, because eventually you're just finding the same evidence over and over again. Let me change this to 3 pixels. Now I hope you understand that. We really have to do something about this, because they're getting away with it. And you know, I'll just continue this channel for the people. We just have to unite, do something here. There's a triangle here. There's really, I've got to stop doing that. It's a really hidden triangle here. There's a small triangle here. And there's so much more here. There's it's hidden triangle shapes here. It's kind of broken up. But it's definitely like a triangle. Now I think we had more triangles here. So immediately went, I think I over sharpened this layer, but that's all fine. Especially in this image, I really like how it responds to the tools. It's like, it's a lot easier and better to work with these images than those from Curiosity. And that sounds so stupid, because basically I totally forgot. I didn't rant about it so long. How much did Curiosity cost again? 1.5 billion or something like that? 2.5 billion, I think. I might be really exaggerating right now, but I do know that the Curiosity cost about 700 million, but the total mission cost about 1.5. If you didn't know that, you know now. And please always research stuff. You can find the link here for the image I'm using here. And now look at this. Really interesting. Just totally should have duplicated this first. It's got something like it is. Another triangle shape. Goes like this. Goes like... And there's a kind of bucket shape here. Really interesting, this thing. You know, that could be a natural formation, of course. But this thing looks really odd. And I'll tell you in a minute why. Let's see. Invert this, do this. And it just looks so out of place. Like there's something going on there. And now this becomes more apparent as well. It's like this. And you see a triangular line here. A really vague one. Let me see if I can always skip the bigger normally. I'm so into detail lately. I really want to share a lot more detail. Kind of made out of my channel like a like showing the bigger anomalies right more in your face. Now that's not necessarily true. I totally forgot to put in the beginning like a learning thing. I want you guys to learn you something which is really important, especially in these times. But I'll do that in the next video, and it will be definitely like giving you overall more security and oversight on your own computer. Now let's see. Let me see if I can darken this up. It's already quite fine. Well, let's take a look here. So you got this weird kind of weird shape here, kind of something like this. And now the interesting part here is, and I know it's really hard to see. Look at it, going like this. And there's something here in this place here. You can see that there's a line going like this to the back, like this. And really interesting, it all seems to be like connected. So this thing in the back here, just found this here, is connected to this weird triangular shape rock sticking out. Well, a sentence sometimes here. And it's you know, there's something going on there definitely. But like I said before in the beginning of the video, they just like, it seems that they in the earlier images like removed stuff literally and then thrown some black over it. Like I said, so when we talked about this anomaly here in the beginning, we can actually see some kind of circular shape here, and then everything's gone here. Now when you zoom out, and you can see it like that has been messed with. You can see like the border of the anomaly is almost glowing when you zoomed out. And why is it so dark and black? Why is that? And when you look at the rest of the ground there, everything's fine. This thing comes from this direction, looks fine too. And it's just kind of suspicious. Now I'm not the shadow expert and everything, but you don't have to be an expert to ask questions. And that's the whole point of this channel, you know. And I found this one as well particularly interesting, and this whole structure here. Now it might not be so apparent in the first place. Well, I'll tell you what I'm seeing here. Let me grab the brush tool here. There's some kind of, almost looks like a pipe, but I'm quite sure it's not. There's a really small 90-degree angle here. Yeah, it's like this. There's something black here, and this goes in a triangle shape. Not sure. We'll see that in a moment. Just 1 second here. If you look closely here, so let's see if we can sharpen that up. Always interesting. Yeah, always exciting. Just to make my point a bit clearer here. You can see that this is a circle, right? I hope you can see this. And it looks like it's connected to this piece of machinery. Now, why do I call this machinery? Now, look at this. Goes like this, makes a 90-degree angle like this, right? I'm not the best drawer, can't draw that good, of course, with a mouse. I do have a drawing tablet, but I think it's kind of over the top to connect the professional microphone and everything. And it's fine as it is, right? And it's all about the shit. And this looks like it's some kind of block, and I don't understand what there's going on here in this black area. it seems so not right. And I will just go to the inverted mode, and you can see now it turns white, of course, because we're in inverted mode. But it should be a lot clearer now. Now, do you remember this line here? It's kind of black stuff here. And when we go to the inverted mode, it seems now to, at least, you know, it was already like that before. But now you can at least distinguish it, that it's connected to each other. And then this line goes out of it. And then you see this next weird thing going to the back, going here. And this weird curved plate, look at this. And then it goes boom, really straight here. From this place it goes back, this little shadow here. And the details are so extraordinary in these images. I do highly invite you just to check out the details for yourself. But I will warn you, if you're enhancing for yourself, please do not exaggerate. And always compare and check on yourself. Because you really sincerely can mess stuff up. And it will really change the whole picture. That's why you gotta spend like a lot more time than you think on this. And mainly the most time I spend actually on these images is to check on yourself. Now this whole construction, I see. Very interesting area. I think there's like a plate line here. And I just found this. One line here, going to the right, going down. There's one line in the middle. Very, very interesting. I remember this area right now, and that's why. It might not that be apparent. I really hate NASA images. How often do you have to say that? Now look at it. It kind of slopes down. And it kind of goes here. What am I doing here again? It kind of connects to this weird platform area. I think this is a 90-degree angle. It's kind of curved there. This looks really suspicious to me. I'm not saying it is something definitely. But look at this thing, this little small thing here. You could clearly see that this is a box. Right? And I think it even goes like this. Right. Now let's draw this out. Finish it up so it will be a lot easier for you to see. Now you can see that this is some kind of box, but this box, this artificial shape, is connected, at least going to this shape here. So at first I thought, you know what, probably a natural formation. Of course, not everything's artificial. That's super logical, of course. But what makes me think that if this is artificial and this is connected to this thing, and while we're seeing this kind of artificial slope here, this area here, now why wouldn't this be artificial as well? Hey, that's why we gotta investigate, you know. Those are really small clues that you should just pay more attention to. And those are the clues that will want you to investigate an area just a bit more. For example, now next to normally here, see this kind of whitened out, and you can see that there's detail to it. Now we go to the original image. You can see that there's something not right here. Let's go back. Now enhance this already. Now look at this. Now this one's definitely not that clear. There's something going here, going like this, going to the left, and eventually it goes kind of up here. There's a straight line from here to here. There's a straight line from here. Kind of goes under this line here. I'm drawing that to straight, but of course you understand that this is some kind of broken artifact there. What this is it artificial? I don't know, but it's highly suspicious. And then always when you find an anomaly, just go to the back, try and follow it, backtrack it. And what did I want to show more in this image? Like, I already showed that triangle, unfortunately. So I think this is quite an interesting image. Here's another triangle heaven. Should I pick that as a title or not? What am I going to use as a thumbnail? Dilemmas when you're uploading, I swear to you. Let's see. Now there's something going on, and give me a second. Let's see if we can make out some lines here. I know to you it might look like ridiculous, But the whole reason why I do this is just to make out the lines here. That's really important. For example, I'll give another second. At first look, you know, this thing looks like sand. We go to the inverted mode, you can take a more in-depth look at it, and this doesn't seem to be sand. It looks like some kind. It's a weird rock laying there, basically. Let's see if we can do something to it, because I haven't checked this out myself, although I was really interested. Let's try and sharpen it a bit up here. So what did we found here? What we find here? Basically a straight line. You can see just pixels here. Goes like this, and then to the left. So we found a 90-degree angle. Unfortunately, there isn't much lead to follow up later on. I think we'll call it a video here. There's definitely. Oh my god, you can spend your entire evenings like this. You can spend your entire life like this. Not recommended, but you know, keep yourself interested in this, because we have to expose them. We have to do something like that. I do feel myself fit enough to stand and face NASA in court. Of course, that's a really expensive move there, and I would really like to see like a team like put some pressure on these guys. So if possible, please do press subscribe and press thumbs up in support of the channels here. And basically, well, like I said in the beginning of my video, what I consider as teammates, you know, the real teammates, because I talk to them all the time. We talk, I guess, more to each other than we throw on YouTube. Unfortunately, like, it's not possible to throw everything on YouTube due to a lack of understanding. But we're trying, you know, to learn people to look for this, look for the patterns. And it takes some time to get acclimated to it. And give this a chance. If you have Photoshop, or if you have GIMP for that matter, please check out the description. I got there like a really noobish tutorial. Noobish from my side, because I'm not a tutorial maker, and I said that many times. Now basically, you can just get started for yourself. In every video there's a link. And now I'm gonna forget the biggest anomaly in this picture. Now what I noticed here is this line, right, and it goes a bit to the left. You can see all this rubble, and it faintly looks like a square. That was kind of the reason for me. Let me show you, because now we've enhanced it a bit. Now let me see if I can pull out these lines a bit more. And you can indeed see, you know, by the rubble itself. I'll place a line here, go to this corner, go to this, and there's some rubble here. Now you can clearly see, like, there's a straight line of rubble here, see? And if you let me zoom in and just show you just a bit more here. See that there is a straight line, like a pattern here, and from here on I kind of, this is the end, I'm able to connect it. So kind of it looks like the rubble lays there in a particular pattern here. If you look at this here, we got another line. It kind of goes this way, and it's truly fascinating, but it's just not there in plain sight. And I really love to do plain sight anomalies, but that's not all. As from here, from time to time, I really like to make these kind of videos, and let me know if you appreciate that in the comment section below, and I will do that like more often. Because it is a risky move, because the new viewer won't understand exactly what's going on there. But like I said before, you check out the tutorial. I got some informative videos there, like called I have a video called Rubbish Image Quality. If you go look for that one on my video, then we're talking about the image compression. What I think NASA's compartmentalized. They work like that on images, where Team A knows everything, Team B knows less, Team C knows even less. And about data compression and the transferring from an image from Mars to Earth. And basically I'm gonna hang them on every single aspect. And I thank you so much for listening. And this I think this is a really long video, by the way. But I would definitely like to wish you a nice weekend. thank you so much for listening and watching. Thank you for your interest, your comments, your subscriptions, and especially for sharing and liking and everything. So thank you so much for your support. See you in the next video. Welcome back to my channel, the Olympus Sky. This time we got something different for you. We got an image here from Spirit, and I'm using Midnight Planets at the moment. It's such a nice site where you can find all the images. For example, you go here to Curiosity latest images here. Click on anyone here. You go down here, you got image source, and there's literally nothing there. And that's quite, you know, the usual thing when you're looking at the older rovers. And maybe that's the way they were manipulating. But I must say that I do find a lot more anomalies in the old images. And especially since Curiosity was like drilling the whole time. And they weren't releasing basically anything interesting. Has a very interesting shape here. Now hold on a moment, we'll just get into the enhanced version here. Just giving a quick preview here. This thing, now remember, this thing looks really out of place. And when I zoom in into it, it looks like it has been photoshopped, at least this black area here. And there's literally not one pixel here. What is so interesting about this image, you're wondering. Oh, sorry, not on that one. Let's just go here and jump into Photoshop. And so the first thing you might notice is this thing here. Kind of a triangular block with something in the middle here. Excuse me. Now this thing here looks very interesting. Directed directly to NASA, and yeah, it has some of the older images as well. And I really like just browsing it. I mean, look at this, and the whole structure here of browsing is just absolutely amazing. There are a couple of apps here. It's not available on Android, which is a bummer. But anyway, so we're gonna do this one, Spirit Soul 825. Now